What's up, guys? We got another four-wheeler walk around for you. Today we're going to be going over our 2014 Honda TRX450R. This is the latest addition to our shop, and it's received a fair amount of upgrades since we purchased it. Starting up front, we've got the iconic chrome Duncan front bumper. We're running roll design, MX width A-arms, LTR 450 geometry arms, paired with the Rocket billet spindles, LTR 450 front brake calipers. Got the Walsh spindle shafts installed in those spindles. Precision steering stabilizer, that's a must-have. And then to complete the LTR front end, we're running a Walsh LTR geometry steering stem. You can see the flag there is LTR. And of course the tie rods are also LTR. Now the suspension up front, we're running Elka Stage 5. Now these were built, valved, and sprung by Casey Greek at Impact Solutions. It's the first set of Stage 5 Elkas we've had a chance to try out. And so far, the little bit of riding we've done on this, we're pretty happy with how it performs. Now last but not least, on the front end, we're running the Rocket billet hubs, anodized red. It's hard to beat that look, especially on a tricolor 450. Moving a little ways back here, we've got the roll design Nerf bars, heel guards, as well as the foot pegs. It's kind of a unique setup. You don't see these a whole lot, especially in the Midwest here. A lot of the guys out in California are running them for works and whatnot, but we figured we'd try something different and wanted to stick with the roll design theme where we could. So yeah, seems to be a good setup. We haven't had a chance to ride on it yet, but they seem pretty stout, so we're excited to give that a shot. As far as the motor goes here, it's been freshly rebuilt. We've probably got 30 minutes on this motor since it was rebuilt. Full vapor blasting, all new bearing seals, gaskets all OEM crank, titanium valves, springs, retainers. For now, we're just running a stock cam and a stock piston. The plan is to kind of get an idea of how we like the suspension setup on this bike, and then from there, send the head out for CNC porting, +1 valves, board carburetor, 42.5 millimeter, and a cam with a high compression piston, so on and so forth. But again, this bike is mainly just suspension right now with a stock motor. And it's okay. I mean, it's not a rocket ship by any means, but still very fun to ride. Also has a Henson clutch, I guess I forgot to mention that. We're running the Rocket billet rear brake pedal tip, very awesome tip. It's good to have an oversized tip. Those things are quite small from the factory. It's a nice addition. We're also running their billet clevis here on the rear master cylinder. You can see we got a Forworks carbon fiber heat shield on the exhaust here. We're running a Sparks exhaust system. This has been powder coated white with a Rocket billet exhaust tip. I'm not a huge fan of the tips that Sparks runs on their system, so we swapped it out for the Rocket one, and I definitely like how that looks. Now jumping sort of back up front here, we're running the Behringer 14 master cylinder like we've got on all of our bikes, as well as the Works connection, clutch perch. Those are must-haves. I wouldn't want to ride a bike without one now. They're just so nice to have. Back on the other side of the motor here, we're running the oversized radiator, the Mishimoto radiator. Engine, we've got the Rocket clutch cable arm, as well as a custom sprocket washer. Again, the carburetor is stock. We're running the R&D fuel valve, or excuse me, the fuel mixture adjuster. and a Pro Design shifter. Now in the rear here, Roll Design does not make a swing arm for the 06 Plus 450s. So we're running the Walsh Easy Link swing arm and linkage, paired with, again, an Elka Stage 5 set up by Casey Greek at Impact Solutions. Now this is the first Walsh swing arm we've actually ran, so everything else has been either 6.5 or Roll Design. But so far, pretty happy with how this rear end handles. Again, running their linkage. We've got a custom billet link here that the boys at Rocket came up with, because the Walsh rear end uses an OEM link for the shorter linkage. Now we've also got a Dominator 2 axle paired with an RPM Dominator, or excuse me, RPM axle nut. Again, pretty clean setup with running the red rear hubs. This tricolor theme, man, it's hard to beat. You see them a lot, it seems like, on Facebook Marketplace right now, but none of them seem to be in really that good a shape. And it's just kind of unique. It's the last year they made them. And it was kind of meant to be more of a retro themes, throwing it back to the 250R days. But that's kind of just a brief little overview. I'm sure I missed some things, but if you guys got any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. We get a lot of questions on these gas caps. Unfortunately, those are no longer made. They were a Project 321 product that hasn't been made in quite some time. Jumping over here, brought the little HEC 70 back into the shop. Got to do some work on that. The Red 450, which you guys have seen a video on. We got the CRF 450, which I believe we did a video on. And then next on the list is going to be the 250R. So that's what we got going on here, guys. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you'd like to see any other videos, we will try to make that happen for you. Thanks for watching, guys.